cold here, but I'm pretty sure if I touch your hearts, if I touch my heart, my hands will get warm. My name is Nancy Trigueros. I am Mexican-Canadian. I have a lot of identities like you. I'm a worker, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a fighter. I'm a woman with my own ideas, and I fight for what is right. I'm part of the Mexican community. I'm a Morena member, and my card is in the left. What a few days we have seen with 600 demonstrations, rallies, and walkouts around the world. You name it. New York, Seattle, Boston, Brazil, Mexico City. A mighty show of solidarity. But still, a lot of people may ask, do you think this will work? I'd like to recommend you a book. The name is Why Civil Resistance Works, and explains by Erika Chenoweth. Explains that if we consistently mobilize 3.5% of the population, campaigns and demands do succeed. For that, today around the world and in the US, we're coming together with all our diversity and unity. The new government in Washington has a long list of people and issues they want to attack. They want to attack Mexicans, women, members, health workers, blacks, the environment, Muslims, LGBTQ community. Maybe there's more to come. And all this, what we hear, Oxfam has just released a report. 8 men have more wealth. 8 men have more wealth than half of the humanity. And by the way, a Mexican has the 4th place in a government, a country that 50% of the population is in poverty. But in Canada, 2 men have the wealth of the 30% lower income population. Those are facts. No surprise, there is anger, and the new government will seek to divide us. Our slogan should be an injury to one, to you, to you, to you, is an injury to all. We will stand with each other. Some people also have asked, why rally in Vancouver? I got that question a lot. Have you had that question too? Or why doing this all around the world? Isn't this a US issue? And it's no. 2 main reasons. The president of the US has an impact on us all. I know people in Mexico and here in Canada that are really worried about the impact on their lives. Lives already made hard by austerity and neoliberal attacks. And while it is true that the main resistance is in the US, solidarity matters. I know my Mexican and immigrant sisters and brothers in the US are worried about the increase in deportations, family separations, and children incarceration. Knowing that they're not alone, that people around the world support them, will help them to be strong. But also, we do not want those examples to expand to Canada. We have our own struggles already here. A recent article from Straight using Canadian Border Services Agency data estimates immigration investigations and warrants are up from previous fiscal years. 13 people have died while awaiting deportation and in custody of CBSA. Among them, Mexican citizen Lucia Vega Jimenez, who committed suicide before being deported in 2014. Shame! Lucia Vegas was a silent death. brought, and this silent death because of the movement of organizers and the community organizers brought up an inquest. I was there with other activists to see the first ever investigation in the secret world of CBSA. I learned about the dungeons under the airport. I learned about the privatization of detention centers, the lack of mental and medical services, and isolation of undocumented people, not criminals. The resolution made by the jury in Lucia's Vegas case were outstanding. However, after 2 years, they are still collecting dust in the drawer of a bureaucrat, waiting. What do they wait for? While we talk, there are people in that dungeon under the airport. People are not numbers. We do not want to have that wave of criminalization of undocumented, set an example to our country. Inhuman policies need to change. There are names and faces to every case. Fernando Nunez, a 30-year-old father of a Canadian child, succumbed in 2016 not only to a throat cancer, but also to the uncertainty of a removal order that made him hit and avoid going to the hospital, warned that they could detain him there. The stress was too much in his last days. His death for this young father was not only tragic, but infamous. This, despite of his Canadian sponsorship application. And this is not only Fernando's case. From January 2014 to October 2015, Fraser Health referred approximately 500 patients to the federal police force tasked with immigration enforcement. The cost to children, families, and society in such cases far outweigh the benefit to Canada of removing the person, of separating families, of putting the 5 or 15 minimum wage is winning. Standing Rock is an inspiration to us here, facing here Morgan Pipeline to Vancouver. Black Lives Matter. Show bravery in the face of oppression. The support that Bernie Sanders gained in his call for a political revolution so answered the hopes of people in the US and around the world, fed up with austerity, poverty, and inequality. We will stand together to resist the attacks of the new government. We can defeat these attacks. The solidarity of us in Vancouver and around the world does make a difference. And remember the 3.5%. When I say wall, you say bridges. When I say fear, you say. When I say cutbacks, you say fight back. Fight back. When I say the others, you say our brothers. When they say American, you say all. When I say wall, you say. When I say fear, you say. When I say cutbacks, you say fight back. When I say the others, you say